Hi, if you read the caption, we're gonna be talking about Hope on the Stage tour, and my like concert experience and stuff like that. One, I am a little bit sick. I want to blame the weather changing, but I feel like it was Army. Hmm. Um, I don't know actually, but let's get into it. So I went to the Hope on the Stage first show in America, like the US leg. So it was the night one in Brooklyn, New York. And my thing is, I tried to get tickets for the Army membership pre sale. Did not work. I joined the queue, 33,000 people in front of me. I closed it out. I said GG's. Because at that point, you just need to take your loss. You need to take your loss and figure something else out because that was not it. Ticketmaster scam down. Like, oh my god, it's really a problem. And I once I did like get in the queue, I think it was like a day after, and I saw them prices. I said, Hobie, I love you to pieces, but I don't have actually, I'm not gonna sit up here and lie. I I'm not about to spend my savings to see you, or I'm not about to dig in my savings to see you. Like, that's crazy. That's irresponsible. I'm an adult now. I'm in my senior year of college. I have to lock in and, like, be an adult. So I was like, I'm not about to take out $1,000 to see this man. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy behavior. I need to be calm. So I waited it out, and when I was sleeping, my friend had bought our tickets to see him. I think they were like $180 or something like that. Calm. View was nice. It was front row of 200s. We could see the entire stage. It was beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Um, okay, let's start with this. I am JK alt bias, Hobie bias wrecker. Okay, I've seen JK 2 times, Global Citizen, Times Square, where I got the hoodie from. Also, this hoodie, best thing ever. The other day I thought I lost it, almost started crying. Besides the point, I saw Yoongi during his D-Day tour, again, first night in New York. And then I've seen Hobie at Hobie Palooza, and I've seen him at Hope on the Stage, Brooklyn Day 1. Now, with that context, I have never seen OT7 live. I've had tickets for Map of the Soul 7. Concert got canceled. Didn't see them. Permission to Dance happened during my first year of college. I was going through it real bad. Couldn't see them. So I've been collecting the members like Infinity Stones. Right, let's get that out the way. I wasn't scared going into this concert, and I should have been. I sorry, my throat hurts really bad. And also sorry if this video is like mumble jumble all over the place. It's 8 a.m. I have a cold. It's been a time, guys. Where was I? Right, okay. So I should have been scared. I knew the set list, right? Front to back, back to finish. I know every single VTS song. I know all of their solo stuff. I know the mixtapes. Like, I'm like, I'm her. I'm going in, I'm her. I'm not her. I wasn't her. I wasn't even they. Like, I'm sitting down, I don't remember what song came on before. And I'm hearing a tune that I don't know. I'm confused. Everyone's looking around. I'm looking around. My friend looking at me. Baby, I can't help you. I don't know what I'm looking at. You don't know. I don't know. We're lost. There is no way. What the hell? Bro, Mona Lisa actually changed my life. Not even joking, not exaggerating for the camera. Almost like I'm not gonna say almost tweaked out. I did tweak out. I felt like I had an outer body experience. I wanted to rip my chest open. That's how serious it was. It's Wednesday. The song comes out tomorrow night. I've seen it live once. It's not on streaming platforms, obviously. It's been stuck in my head. It has been stuck in my head on repeat. The dance, somehow in my brain, it's like itching to come out. Like, I heard that and I was like, you know how you hear a song and someone's like, oh, this sounds familiar. It sounds like Song of the Year. Not even to be cringy, genuinely, I wholeheartedly believe that's about to be Song of the Year. Like, in terms of Western validation and how the music industry works over here, I believe they're going to run that song into the ground. Like, I'm not even joking. They're going to run that song into the ground. And I really, really, really want the general public to, like, listen. And this is coming from someone who's stingy boots down the house. I'm eldest daughter, was an only child for 6 years. So I remember how that felt, you know, being selfish and greedy and stingy and not wanting to share with anyone. I don't want to share J-Hope with anyone. I don't want to share BTS with anyone. But that song is so good, I want the general public to listen to it. Pretty in the Face, Art is the Piece, Mona Mona Lisa, Yeah, I Need Ya. He not talking to me. Like, I was so gagged. I was losing my mind. Right? And that's the main thing I wanted to talk about on here. I want to get on here and be like, Mona Lisa, Mona Lisa, Mona Lisa. Ugh, like Bloody Mary. But now that that's out of the way, I have something to say in regards to my concert experience. My concert experience overall, I'm rating it 10 out of 10. I had fun. There were a little bit of hiccups that happened, which I've been to a lot of concerts. I've been to a lot of K-pop concerts, so I expect these things to happen. Fine, okay? Let's start with how my day went. My day was long. I had work Thursday morning, so I couldn't be at the concert venue all day. Point blank period. My friends had work in class. We couldn't be at the venue all day. Fine, okay? We planned to go at 5 o'clock, and the doors open at 6:30. We live literally like, sorry, excuse me. We live like 10 stops away on the train, like New York City Transit. We live 10 stops away. That's not far. That's not far at all. And that's on local. On like express, we live 5 stops away. Like, it's super, super quick. And then the train station is like less than a 10-minute walk away. So we were super close. Why? It's literally not funny. Like, we are taking the train, whatever, you know, we're in our outfits, we're makeup done to the nines, hair done, you know, digicam, DS, locked and loaded, phones charged, army bombs ready. Like, we're ready to go. We get to the Barclays Center, huge line. I'm not surprised. I get up on like the little ledge in the center of the I guess the perimeter of where the arena is at. There's like a ledge and then there's a train station by it, but we didn't get out that way because it was just too much going on. So when we got to the venue, I got up on that ledge where like the grass is, and I like looked over to kind of see where the line ended. Baby, there was no end. It seemed like there was no end. The line was wrapped around like 3 times. I'm asking people, you know, nicely, of course, because I don't know these people and they're just like me. They probably don't know what's going on. So I'm like, oh, where does the line start? Like, if you don't know, it's fine because this is a bit confusing. And they're like, oh, I think it starts here. And everyone generally said the same direction of where they think the line ended. So we kind of just went with that, and we ended up being online. We were online for probably 20 minutes, I'm not gonna lie. And then they started opening up the doors. So I got there probably at like 6 o'clock, maybe a little bit before that. No, probably 6 o'clock. And the doors open at 6:30. Fine, whatever. So they're opening the doors now, and like people are starting to move, you know, get in, get their bags checked or whatever. And then they opened another lane because they saw like, damn, like there's a lot of people here. We need to get everyone inside faster. Let's just open another lane, you know. So they opened another lane, and I'm not gonna just stand around and wait on this long line that's wrapped around the block damn near 3 times. So the general area we were in the line was like this. So it was like back, forth, back, and forth. So we were in the like the second, the third, fourth, the back, forth. We were like in the middle. Let's just say that we were in the middle, and they opened that third lane, and I was right there by where they were opening the lane. So by the time they had opened the lane, we were kind of going the back. We were going back, but they were just like, "Come on, like let's go. You know, don't wait in this huge line. We're just trying to get you guys in as soon as possible." Mind you, the entire venue is seated. The entire venue is seated. Floor is seated. So there's really no reason to push. Also, it's barely 6:30. The concert starts at what, 8 o'clock? There's no reason to push. There's no reason to shove. There's no reason to be nasty. That's my point. Soon as that line opens and the lady tells me come, me and my three friends that I'm sitting with, because we kind of got split up into two groups. One of us were sitting in one section and the other one were sitting in the section next to us. So we kind of got split up, but we're going in and people start pushing. People start pushing and shoving and like doing this little thing. I'm like, okay, I literally spoke up because you're not about to push me. I said, guys, the entire venue is seated. We're all gonna see Hobie. Do not push me. I am 5'2". I'm easily gonna get trampled. Easily trampled. I weigh like 120 pounds. Please, 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 please. Army, be fucking calm. Mind you, I'm not even trying to buy merch. I'm not trying to do all of that. I'm trying to get a margarita, which I didn't even end up getting because I didn't like anything that they had. I was trying to get a margarita, didn't even end up getting it. Also, didn't even want it that bad to be pushing people. So I'm like, with the pushing, that's just too much. And this happens at every single K-pop concert. Happened to me when I was seeing TXT and MSG 2 nights in a row. I'm being pushed and thrashed and hit up against the friggin' wall at MSG. And I'm like, yo, although that wasn't seated, I wasn't trying to get barricade. I wasn't trying to get barricade because barricade, no one at barricade is fun. I'm just trying to get into the venue so I can get water or Gatorade or whatever the case may be. I'm a back of pit girly. For sound check, I'll be at the front of the pit, and then once the show starts, I will go to the back because one, I'm 9 times out of 10, I'm always wearing huge platforms. I can see. And then the venues I've been in, they like don't allow signs in the pit. So unless they're like tiny, tiny, tiny pieces of paper. So I can see regardless. And I don't really care about fan interaction. So that's that. At TXT, I got a couple of interactions. I think I got an interaction from every member. But that was across the entire show. That wasn't even like all sound check. I think my only interaction during soundcheck day 2 was Subin, and then day 1 was Taehyun. That was it. Oh, yeah. And then day 2 was Hyun and Kai, but that was at the end of the show. So I'm not up there pushing on top of people for fan interactions. I really don't care. Like, they're gonna wave, they're gonna do their heart. Cute, nice, I got a video, but like, they're not gonna remember you after that. Like, who cares? So I just don't like that we go to a concert that's fully seated and you guys are pushing and rushing to get in. Don't do that. But I really respect that when I spoke up and said, do not push me. Like, I wasn't screaming or anything. I was just like very stern. I was like, do not push me. Like, don't push, don't shove. First of all, it's extremely dangerous. I literally said this. I was like, you guys are going to make this extremely dangerous. Do not push, do not shove. And then I said, I'm 5'2". I'm easily trampled, please. And then everyone stopped pushing and shoving and acting like friggin' animals. That's what I like to see. Be normal. So that was my only issue with, and that wasn't the venue's fault. That's just like fans being eager, which I understand everyone's excited, but like, you guys need to be safe. I don't care about, like, in the grand scheme of things, I don't care that J-Hope is on stage. What does that do for you when you're outside trampled and can't get in? Literally nothing. Literally nothing. So just what did I say in my last video? You need to be mindful of strangers. Be mindful of strangers. Be mindful of the people around you. It makes life easier. Thanks. As for that, Let's go back to Hobie Palooza. This makes sense. Please just walk with me. Um, for Hobie Palooza, when I went, I really, really, really had this idea in my head. I was like, because there was no set list. I'm like, yo, he needs to play one verse. He needs to sing one verse or rap one verse, whatever. I need to hear that live. I went to Hobie Palooza, and before like he got on stage, and I'm in a crowd surrounded by army. I'm like, everyone's like talking about what songs they want to hear, what songs they want to hear. Someone said baseline. I'm like, yeah, baseline for sure. But I want to hear one verse. Everybody like, yeah, stop talking to me. Not in a oh like you're crazy, like in a oh if I hear that I'm a tweak out. And everyone booed me. Why I'm being booed? I'm confused. Why am I being booed when I bring up one verse? So back to Hope on the Stage. When I woke up and I saw that set list from what he performed at the Korea dates, and I saw one verse on there, literally nothing in my brain. Nothing in my brain. I woke up, saw that, turned over to my roommate. I said, Sam, he performed one verse. They were not even awake. I talked to them. I spoke to them in their sleep. I said, he performed one verse. It's like we're cooked. We're cooked. Mind you, at that point, they didn't even have a ticket yet. That morning, when they saw the set list, half of my friends, actually, no. Yeah. Half of my friends bought their tickets that morning after seeing the set list because they were getting FOMO. Like, they were getting FOMO, bro. There's no way. And also, all of them are, like, older army. Like, army since probably I would say 2017 and lower. And I think 2017 is too much. I think they were all 2015 army and earlier. So they were getting FOMO. There's no way that he could be performing stuff like that and they're not there. Simply. So everyone got their ticket, and yeah, when the okay, so here's how it went, right? We get in the concert venue, he's performing. We know all the songs, whatever. He performs Mona Lisa. Everyone's like, what's that, And then he's talking about it, and he's like, oh, this is my new song. I hope you guys like it, whatever, right? And then he said, I performed something new. Let's take it back. He said, take it back. I'm thinking, okay, Vepse. We're gonna hear Vepse. Me forgetting the order of the set list. The lights go black, and I hear this. I cannot describe the feeling that my body had. My friends were in another section, and after the show, they were like, oh, when one verse came on, we knew you were tweaked. I have to close my eyes when I say this. They were like, we knew you were tweaked out. As soon as the song started, they were like, we thought of you. We thought of you. We hear you, we see you, and we stand with you. Like, speechless. I can't even speak on that. I don't want to do no research on that one. Can't even speak on that. And then when he started performing the OT7 songs, the Airplane to Airplane Part 2, yeah. It's like he wanted me to go on that stage, and when you I don't even know how to describe this. When someone pulls you by your shirt like this? I wanted to do that to him so bad. So bad. And then what I meant by saying I felt like a real army at this show, this was my first time that I did the BTS fan chant at a concert. I was so excited, and it was for Mic Drop. And if you know, Mic Drop is like one of the songs that when I first got into BTS I couldn't put down the cup. couldn't put down the cup, couldn't put down the choreo. I knew it mirrored, I knew it not mirrored. Like, it was serious for me. Knew it in English, knew it in Korean, knew all versions, the designer version. I know all of it. Mic Drop is that girl. Like, so the fact that I got to do the BTS fan chant to Mic Drop in Brooklyn, New York, just it just means a lot to me, and I'm very grateful that I got that opportunity. And then I'm very grateful that I got that opportunity with my friend who got me into BTS in the first place. Like, that's just ugh, in our hometown, seeing him in our hometown together. That's like, oh, also we cried. We cried so bad, like boohoo crying, shaking, hugging, rocking back and forth. Because they cried during Neuron, and I cried during Daydream. There was another song I was like about to cry during. I think it was Disease, and it's because I heard Taehyung, and I was like, suddenly I'm in enemy territory. Suddenly this is not safe. Suddenly I'm just emotional, and I was like, it'll be a little bit insane to cry during Disease. So I was like, just I think it's because I miss BTS so much, but it's just I brought it back in. Daydream started up. Well, I'm crying. I cried during Daydream, and I cried. I think after that was Chicken Noodle Soup, and I just like cried the whole way through. I have like damn near none of Chicken Noodle Soup recorded, but it's fine because I saw it at Hobie Palooza. But I cried during that whole thing because I was just like having an outer body experience, and I was like, I can't believe I'm here right now. I just feel so lucky and so grateful. I was like very, very happy to be there. And experience something so nice with my friends. And it sounds really sappy and like kind of stupid, but I'm just glad I get to bond with my friends over things that we like and spend time with them and like be open to experiencing new things because of them. And it was just a very, very, very nice experience. And I can't wait to do it again when they are back as OT7, because I will be at that show. Trust me, I will be at that show. Nothing is stopping me from being at that show. Trust me, trust me, trust me. But yeah, it was just so, 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 so nice. Such a beautiful concert. I really feel like a true army now. I, saw the light show at D-Day, which the Army Bomb connects automatically now. I have my 3rd gen Army Bomb. I don't like the 4th gen one. It looks too modern, too sleek. She's lost her character, but she's brighter. That's the only thing that makes me a little bit jelly boots. But my 3rd gen Army Bomb, the first time I seen a BTS light show was at D-Day for Yoongi, and I was like scrambling with the app because like it wouldn't connect, and then the show started and all of them turned orange, and I was like, okay, yeah, cool, fine, awesome, yeah, of course. No, naturally. No. I remember you would have to like fight for your life to get that thing to connect. Literally. I had to friggin' fight for my life at TXT to get that MOA bomb connected. They had like connecting stations for the light stick. I remember that. Now it just connects automatically, which I love. I love when technology advances in a way that helps people. I love that. And now I, saw the light show again, and my friend who had never seen a BTS member live, I told them, I said, I know you've been to like other K-pop shows, but BTS have the best light stick like arrangement. Like, they have the best light show. Like, it's so, so good. And I don't remember what song it was. I think it was probably the first song where he changed his outfit, and then I turned to them and I saw them like jaw dropped looking at the crowd. I said, I told you the light show's so good. Like, it's so good for D-Day. I was shocked. And then now I get to, have my light stick connect, do the little fan chant. And I was just very, very happy. I don't know, it's just something about that fan chant was just it was so good. It was so loud. My ears were ringing. BTS is the loudest concerts I've ever been to, hands down. And my ears were ringing so bad. I think like 2 days after the show. And also, I wear earplugs. By the way, I don't play about my hearing because first of all, I'm an editor. I be hashtag needing my ears. So I don't play about that. But it was so loud, even with my earplugs in. I was like, damn, like Army are so loud. And they rapped his entire like and I know it was during Chicken Noodle Soup I was crying because Army rapped Becky G's entire verse in Spanish, and I just sat there like, I don't know. I feel like I wasn't zoned out because I was really watching the performance. I was like watching all the background dancers and everything, and I was just like, this is so beautiful. But I just remember Army so loud in Spanish during her verse, and I was like, this is just so nice. Like, but I could not formulate any type of speech. So I just sat there quietly shaking, and my friend, she's like, oh my god, you're shaking. And I'm like, I know. I even say I know. I just went but yeah, it was a really good experience. The only issue I had were people pushing me. J-Hope is an amazing performer. Literally, like, seeing a K-pop idol who is so heavily influenced by hip-hop and rap and like underground dance groups and just, dance as a whole, to be performing not only in Brooklyn but solo in Brooklyn is just something that people are really not taking into account. And I think it's just such a big moment for him because, like, yeah, Barclays Center is not like that big of an arena, but in the I don't know what to call it. I guess in the nature, these are probably not the right words, but like, okay, I'll say in the context that so many rappers have performed there that are like just iconic. And oh my god, what's happening? So many rappers have performed there that are just so iconic, and he gets to, be a part of that is super super nice, especially when he's a Korean artist who appreciates black culture and gives them their flowers. That's the important part, giving them their flowers, talking about like old school hip hop and stuff like that. If you want to try to be in tune with another culture, you need to learn the history. And that is why I fuck with him so heavy. Like, he is on his P's and Q's. He knows. And like, I hate glazing. Like, not, this is not to glaze, and I hate giving men in general their flowers, but you ate that. And this is coming from a boy group stan. Like, I'm not even like boy group stan, like, oh, I hate girl groups, but I just predominantly stan boy groups. That's just it. I only stan 3 groups, by the way, but they're all boy groups. And then there's sorry, I am so sick. And then there's girl groups I also just like listen to, but I'm just happy for him. I'm happy that he was happy. Brooklyn showed out for him both nights in a row, bar for bar, word for word with him. And I'm glad that he got to experience that as an audience, what? I'm glad he got to experience that as an artist, and I'm glad I got to experience it as a fan. And that's what I will say on the Hope on the Stage tour experience. Well, not tour experience, show experience, because I only went to one show. I was actually thinking about going to night 2. Like, I was about to buy another ticket, but I was like, 1, be calm. I have adult things to do, with my money, bills. 2, I was like, my ears are still ringing from the night before, and it was so bad. Like, I felt like crying. And then 3, it was kind of already too late in the day to like get ready and go, because we were thinking about buying VIP and we would have had sound check, but we were looking at the tickets at like 4 o'clock, and sound check would have been happening in like an hour. So I was like, it's not even worth it, because if we buy VIP and miss sound check, like, what's the point? Like, just waste the money. So we decided on not going, and it's fine. One was enough for me. I am so satisfied with the one day that I saw him, and had a time and stuff. And also, like, aside from the pushing and stuff, Army were super nice. It was nothing I was shocked about. I mean, like, everyone's kind of happy to be at the show, happy to see Hobie. There was one instance where I kind of stood up during one of the songs, and the person behind me asked me to sit down because her mom had a disability and couldn't stand. So I was like, okay, like, you got it. I literally sat down immediately. I had no problem with it. She was super nice. She was like, the way she said it to me was like, I understand, like, you want to stand, I want to stand too, but like, her mom couldn't. So I was like, you got it. And I was sat the rest of the show still tweaking out in my seat, like, trust me. But you know, you just have to be aware of strangers and be aware of the people around you and how your actions affect them. And I feel like on that note, I will end this video. J-Hope, love you down. Like, it's serious. Why is it not doing it? Yeah, love him down. Like, oh my god. And I felt like, I think a part of me felt like, first of all, I scream really loud. If you went to high school with me, you know I scream really loud. If you went to any school with me, you know I scream really loud. Like, genuinely so loud for like a tiny person. Not even that small. I'm 5'2", like I said. But that masculine scream that I be having sounds like someone who is 6 foot. Not even joking. So before the show started, and like the VCR wasn't playing yet. The stadium, the arena just went dark, and I took everything in my body, and it wasn't silent because, you know, thousands of people in the room. It wasn't silent, but it was quiet enough for you to hear my loud and clear scream. I was like, J-Hope! And I like dragged it so loud, and then everyone in the arena started cheering. I was like, oh my god. I was like, oh my god. Because I didn't think I could scream that loud, but I always wanted to scream so loud that an entire arena hears me. And that was like so validating. Because like, yeah, J-Hope. No, yeah. So I don't know. I felt really good. But yeah, had a fun time. And that's really all I wanted to say. I'm super glad that I went. I feel like I'm repeating myself at this point. But yeah, first K-pop video on the YouTube. Yeah, I don't even want to be like, comment, subscribe. Like, if you love J-Hope, like the video. Like, I don't know.